As we prepare to do our invocation tonight, I'd like to just remind you that while this is a time of celebration of our freedom, it's a time to remember also our veterans and our loved ones that have given their lives in many ways. We think of tonight with the Chris Bryant Memorial that this was a young man that was loved by many. We also think of the gunnery sergeant Pete Patton, a relation to Larry Saunders, one of our drivers, who was also a hero. And I'm sure that each one of you have your own heroes in your families. So let's remember them tonight, and as we continue on through the weekend, and keep them in our hearts. Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, as we come to you tonight, we thank you, first of all, that you allow us to live in a country where we can enjoy our sport of auto racing. And secondly, Lord, we thank you that we live in the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. We ask that, Lord, you tonight would watch over our drivers, those associated with our program, and our fans that are here tonight. Lord, give us safety here at the track and also to our individual homes as we travel. We also ask that, Lord, you watch over our troops wherever they may be tonight. We thank you that, Lord, we have brave young men and women that are willing to give of themselves to protect us and give us freedom to where we can enjoy our sport. Again, we thank you for all that you do for us, Lord, and we give you the honor and glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Now, race fans, please remain standing for the singing of tonight's national anthem with our guest singer, 12-year-old Haley Nickerson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the buds bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Haley Nickerson, ladies and gentlemen, 12 years old, out of South Bend, Indiana, does a great job on the national anthem tonight for Chris Bryant Memorial and, of course, the holiday weekend of the 4th of July. Thank you, Haley. A great job, girlfriend. All right, race fans, we're going to be having the first of our races coming up. It'll be the first of our late model heats, but first we'd like to thank all the friends, all the drivers that are out here that were great friends to Chris Bryant. He will be forever missed, but not forgotten. And let's not forget, just like Ron said, let's not forget our troops who keep fighting overseas so that we can celebrate racing and be free each and every Saturday in this great country, the US of A. All right, we want to thank mini stock number 6, Dave Coleman, late model 58, Ron Maynard Jr., 14, Brandon Maynard, the 83 mini stock being driven tonight by Jameson Korn, late model 87, Ty Hayes. We want to thank all them guys for coming out and supporting us tonight and providing us with our colors for our 4th of July celebration of racing. Here's your lineup for the first of our late model heats. Here's the lineup for the first of our 3 late model heats. On the pole, car number 27, that is Kurt Gunkel. On the outside, the front row, the 14 of Kevin Shepard. Second row inside, car number 1 from La Paz, that's the USA, number 1 of Scott Ross. To his right from Silver Lake, the number 5 of Jason Isley. Third row inside from Mooresville, North Carolina, car number 90, Bob Fox. To his right, the 22 out of Plymouth of Radical Ridge Bowl. Fourth row inside, that's Flying Brian Ross in car number 42 from La Paz. And to his right in row 4 is the 34 out of Elkhart of Rex Evans. As we've got 8 cars going 8 laps in the first of our 3 Hoosier Tire late model heats. Mighty Mike Powers on the flag stand tonight during the heat races. Looking at them as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 1. On the outside, number 1, Scott Ross, takes that early lead. Scott Ross out in front, car number 1, 27, Kurt Gunkel back to second. Number 90, Bob Fox, trying to work around the 42 of Brian Ross as they complete lap 2. The USA number 1 is Scott Ross out of La Paz. There comes Brian Ross, Flying Brian in 42, flying up to second as he got on the inside of the 27 of Kurt Gunkel on lap number 3. 22 Radical Ridge Bowl now up to second because our leader, number 1, Scott Ross, is over his time. He's not your leader any longer. I'll have the facts and figures on him at the halfway. Your new leader is the 42 of Brian Ross. Flying Brian Ross, car number 42, is your new leader. Scott Ross in the number 1's over his time. I'll have the facts and figures on him in a little bit as we complete lap 5. Right now, though, 42 Brian Ross is your leader. 22 Rich Bull running second. Jason Isley in the 5's in third as we complete lap 6. They got 2 more to go. White flag flies this time for the 42 of Brian Ross. 22 Rich Bull running second. Number 5 Jason Isley there in third. And a checkered flag will wave for 42, Brian Ross. 42, 22, and 5. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 5, Jason Isley finishes third. 22, number 5, Jason Isley was third. 22, Rich Bull finishes second. And winning tonight's first late model heat. Put your hands together for the 42 out of La Paz. This is Flying Brian Ross. Number 42, Flying Brian Ross, picking up the checkered flag as his brother, the number 1 of Scott Ross, was over his time. He qualified today with a 14:37. We have no tolerance, and so 0 tolerance, of course. Flying Brian was right behind his brother, who was driving hard and fast. He turned a 14:25 and a 14:16 in traffic, and that's the reason why he had to relinquish his checkered flag to his brother, Flying Brian Ross. On the pole from Moni, Illinois, driving car number 80, that's Jonathan Smith. On the outside of the front row from Goshen, car number 4 is Todd Hall. Second row inside out of South Bend in the 53, that's Lou Strimmy. To his right in row 2 in the 7 car from Elkhart, that's Keith Hankins. Third row inside, the 101 of Ed Paul out of South Bend. To his right, the 12 from Niles of the Chief, Irv Sterrett. Fourth row inside from Ligonier in a 21X, that's Honkin' Harvey Taylor. And to his right in row 4 from Elkhart, net 39, that is Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. 8 cars getting ready to go 8 laps in our second Hoosier Tire late model heat as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns them loose. They're off and racing. Number 80, Jonathan Smith out of Moni, Illinois, heads them down the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Here comes the 53 of Lou Strimmy moving up on the inside of Todd Hall for that number 2 spot as we complete lap 1. 53 Lou Strimmy on the inside of Todd Hall and takes that number 2 spot away down the backstretch. Number 80, Jonathan Smith out of Moni, Illinois, still your leader on lap number 2. Now Lou Strimmy looking low on the inside as they come out of turn 2. Lou Strimmy looking for that lead. And as they complete lap 3:53 is your new leader. 53, Lou Strimmy on the low side. Jonathan Smith falls back to third as the 101 of Ed Paul stays on the low side as well and moves to second. The inside line has it so far to halfway point, 4 into 4 to go. It's 53, Lou Strimmy up front, 101 Ed Paul running second. 80, Jonathan Smith on the outside groove, still hanging on to third. Number 4, Todd Hall is running in fourth as they complete lap 5. 53, Lou Strimmy trying to hold off the 101 of Ed Paul. 101 Ed Paul out of South Bend trying to do everything he can to get around him as they complete lap 6. 53, Lou Strimmy doing a great job tonight. He'll pick up the white flag. He'll have one more to go in our second late model heat. Number 4, Todd Hall's up to third. 21X, Hawkin Harvey Taylor's up to fourth as the checkered flag flies for 53, Lou Strimmy. 53, 101, and 4. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 4, Todd Hall finishes third behind the 101 of Ed Paul out of South Bend. And winning tonight's second Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat out of South Bend, Indiana, driving for Pet Refuge. Here's the 53 of Lou Strimmy. '53 Lou Strimmy doing a good job tonight. He's got a couple of A-feature wins under his belt this season. He picks up tonight's second Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat as we bring out the fastest of our Hoosier Tire late models onto the track at this time. Yeah, race fans, just for your own information, even in the first heat, which is the slow late model heat, we had cars in that slow heat that qualified under the 14-second qualifying mark. So our Hoosier Tire late models just keep getting faster and faster every week. Here's your lineup for tonight's fast Hoosier Tire late model heat. On the pole, car number 2 out of South Bend is Ratchet Rusty Keddick. To his right in row 1 is the 85 out of Bristol of Kevin Kosher. Second row inside from Elkhart, driving car number 89, that is Kenny Whitman. To his right in row number 2, the 95, he's your current points leader from Plymouth. 95 is Steve Stacy. Third row inside, car number 32 out of Niles, Michigan, that's John Long. To his right in row 3 from LaPorte, and car number 94, that's Frankie Lyle Jr. Fourth row inside, car number 87 out of Elkhart is Ty Hayes. To his right, to 58 of Ron Maynard Jr., currently second in the points. He falls back to second after last week's victory, going to the number 95 is Steve Stacy. Fifth row inside, car number 14 out of Elkhart is Brandon Maynard, and to his right, the number 9 fast qualifier on the day of Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. 10 cars going 8 laps in our fast Hoosier Tire late model heat. Termite turns them loose. Number 2, Rusty Keddick, your pole setter, working on the inside. 85, Kevin Kosher on the high side. 95, Steve Stacy out there as well as they complete lap number 1. 89, Kenny Whitman down on the inside of 95, Steve Stacy, trying to hang on to third. As 85, Kevin Kosher gets in line as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 2. Number 2, Rusty Keddick out in front, the pole setter trying to hang on. 85, Kevin Kosher's in third, and 89, Kenny Whitman now on the inside, trying to move up by a half a car length as they complete lap 3. 89, Kenny Whitman now up to second. 85, Kevin Kosher back to third at the halfway, 4 and 4 to go. 94, Frankie Lau Jr. digging it in the dirt, so to speak, on the inside, trying to make his move on the inside of the 95 of Steve Stacy and the 85 of Kevin Kosher as Frankie Lau Jr. goes to third. Working on lap number 6, your leader is the number 2 of Rusty Keddick. 89, Kenny Whitman running in second. 94, Frankie Lau Jr. there in third as they complete lap 6. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. is up to fourth, and Hot Rod Rodney Spencer, fast qualifiers, running in fifth. Time's running out as the white flag will fly. One more to go for number 2, Rusty Keddick. Ratchet Rusty Keddick, car number 2, staying out in front. And the checkered flag will fly for the number 2 of Rusty Keddick. 2:89.94. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. 94, Frankie Lau Jr. battled his way up there to capture third. 89, Kenny Whitman held on to second. And winning tonight's fast Hoosier Tire late model heat as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the number 2 out of South Bend of Rusty Keddick. Number 2, Rusty Keddick out of South Bend, Indiana. They call him Ratchet Rusty. He's sponsored in part this season by Lamb's Graphic and My Place Restaurant. Ratchet Rusty Keddick picking up tonight's fast Hoosier Tire late model heat. Here's your lineup for tonight's fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. On the pole, car number 88, that's the Toad, Charlie Hanna. To his right in row 1, number 90. Driving number 90 tonight from Elkhart is Bear Kelly. Second row inside in car number 125 from Claypool, that is Frosty Scott Frost. To his right, the 121 from Elkhart of Sparky Mark Miller. Third row inside, car number 15 out of Goshen. That is Don Hunley, currently second in the points. He lines up right beside the points leader, number 99, Mark Blessing out of Napanee. Fourth row inside, car number 17 out of Syracuse is Bob Schisler Jr. To his right from Plymouth, car number 40, that is Tricky Dicky Siddall. And in the fifth row inside from Pierceton, driving car number 12, that's Kevin Gunkel. And to his right, our fast qualifier for the second week in a row out of Goshen, that Goshen Collision Center special number 1 of Al Maurer. 10 cars going 8 laps in our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns them loose. 88 Charlie Hanna, our pole setter, stepping out there to the front of the pack as they work on lap 1. 125 Scott Frost right behind him, going to follow his move as they complete lap number 1 this time by. Number 90, Bear Kelly, also on the inside line, saying, come on, guys, get it going. I want to move up there as well. As the 15 of Don Hunley goes to 4th. The rest of the field battle for position from there on back as they complete lap 2. 17, Bob Schisler Jr. working on the inside of 121, Mark Miller there for that 5th place spot. This time by, they'll have 3 down and 5 more to go. '88, Charlie Hanna, the Toad, out in front. 125, Scott Frost, right on his bumper as the halfway mark comes out. 4 down and 4 to go. Bear Kelly in the number 90, Don Hunley in the 15, running there in 4th. This time by, your pole setter, number 88, Charlie Hanna, will have 3 more laps to go. Six down, 2 to go this time by. Front 5 still unchanged. Time's running out. They're going to make their move. They need to do it now as the white flag will fly. for the Toad, number 88, Charlie Hanna. '88 Charlie Hanna. Oh, and number 90 Bear Kelly, a little tap on the 125. Scott Frost did a great job of driving as the checkered flag flies for '88 Charlie Hanna. Scott Frost finishing there in second. Finishing 1, 2, and 3 was 88, 125, and 15. Don Hunley finishing third by bumper. 125 Scott Frost was second, and winning tonight's fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Put your hands together for the Toad, Charlie Hanna. On the pole, car number 88 from Elkhart is Speedy, Bobby Prince. To his right, number 40 out of Syracuse of Rob Smith. Second row inside, car number 17, that is Jason Slaybaugh. On his right door is the 68 from Elkhart of Mark Vance Jr. Third row inside from Warsaw, the number 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton. To his right, the 28 from Bremen of Matt Burkholder. Fourth row inside, we've got the number 88 Mean Green Machine of Doug Hanna. To his right, the 78 of Donnie Click. Fifth row inside, car number 10, that is Hollywood Eric Kaiser out of Goshen. And to his right's the number 5 of the Shep Dog, Jason Shepard. 10 cars getting ready to go 8 laps in our second Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. All right, watch them now as they come out of turn 4. 10 cars going 8 laps in our second Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat as Mighty Mike turns them loose. Speedy, Bobby Prince, number 88, out in front there on the inside of the number 40 of Rob Smith. Rob Smith out of Syracuse, falling back a little bit. The 17 of Jason Slaybaugh, that car is smoking heavily. But it looks like it burned itself off, whatever it was, as he's still back there in third. Number 50, Hurricane Charlie Cotton right behind him. But it looks like a black flag will come out for 17, but Jason Slaybaugh. Jason Slaybaugh in the 15, putting oil down on the track. 88, Bobby Prince up front. Jason Slaybaugh did not see the black flag last time by, and he's laying all kinds of oil down. And caution flag will come out. Caution flag's coming out as we've got oil on the track from the 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. Excuse me, 17, Jason Slaybaugh. Jason Slaybaugh driving the street stock number 17. And we got oil all over the track, so we're going to make a clean sweep of the track to see if there's any problems on the track before we go back to green. We do have 3 down and 5 to go. Five laps to go as Mighty Mike Powers looks him over. He gives him the green flag. They're off and racing. Our second Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat up front, number 88, Bobby Prince. Number 40, Rob Smith trying to hold off the 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton at the halfway point. 4 in and 4 to go. Hurricane Charlie Cotton out of Warsaw. Rob Smith on the inside there tried to get some. He's got a quarter panel, but not far enough to get underneath. And 50 Charlie Cotton's on the outside. Everybody's still following Speedy. Bobby Prince, a little tag there as they come out of turn 2. 88 Bobby Prince hangs on, maintains control. He'll lead them around again. Lap 6 this time by. They got 2 more to go. Charlie Cotton on the outside groove, losing a couple of spots as number 40, Rob Smith, moves to second. Jason Shepard's in third now in car number 5 as the white flag flies. Number 40, Rob Smith, trying to figure out some way to get on the low side, but not enough room to do so. As 88, Speedy Bobby Prince will pick up the checkered flag and win tonight's second street stock heat. 88, 40, and 5. That's why they finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 5, Jason Shepard, will finish third. Number 40, Rob Smith, finishes second. And winning tonight's second Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat from the pole position. As he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, let's put our hands together for the number 88 out of Elkhart. This is Speedy Bobby Prince. On the pole, car number 67, that's Mike Robinson. To his right, in row 1, is the 85 of Jason Clevenger. Second row, we've got the 23 of Donnie Harrison and the 124 of Tim Davis. In the third row, driving car number 6, that's Corey Ryman out of Napanee in the street stock number 6. To his right, from Goshen in the 45, is Kevin Ray. Fourth row inside, driving car number 55, that's Bam Bam Brian Cannon. To his right in row 4 is the 52 of Matt Sparks. And at the back of the pack, car number 18 out of Elkhart, that's Rumblin', Billy Rumbaugh. We got 9 cars getting ready to go 8 laps as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers gives them the green. They're off and racing. Green means go. 67 Mike Robinson and 85 Jason Clevenger. 67 Mike Robinson and Jason Clevenger kind of sleeping at the wheel. Number 6 Corey Ryman moves to third. Your leader is 85 Jason Clevenger as they complete lap 1. 85 Jason Clevenger up front. 67 Mike Robinson running second. Corey Ryman in the number 6 is on to move on the outside group. Here comes Tim Davis in the 124 as they complete lap 2. 85 Jason Clevenger out in front. 67 Mike Robinson. Now Tim Davis is up to third as Corey Ryman got real wide there in the backstretch in car number 6, and he's falling back to 5th as we complete lap 3. Number 45 Kevin Ray on the low side now going to make a bid for third. On the inside of the 124 Tim Davis down the billboard backstretch. Halfway mark will come out. We've got 4 down and 4 to go this time by. 85 Jason Clevenger out here for the first time in 2005. Leads them around for lap number 5. 67 Mike Robinson now is your new leader. Number 85 Jason Clevenger's over his time. I'll have the facts and figures on him here after the race. Your new leader is 67 Mike Robinson. 124 Tim Davis works the outside groove, running there in second. 45 Kevin Ray on the inside now, moving up, looking for the lead. Keep your eye on the 45. He's on the low side and looking for some daylight on the inside as the white flag flies for 67 Mike Robinson. 124 Tim Davis on the outside groove now, takes the lead away in turn 2. Your new leader is Tim Davis. 124 Tim Davis will be picking up the checkered flag as he made the pass on the final lap. That's the way they're going to finish. It was 124, 67, and 6. Finishing 1, 2, and 3. Number 6, Corey Ryman, brings up third. 67, Mike Robinson was second and winning tonight's third street stock heat as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the 124 of Tim Davis. Picking up tonight's third Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Put your hands together for the 124 of Timmy Davis. This car is for sale, race fans. If you guys would like to buy a nice street stock, this 124 heavy Chevy is for sale. Just talked to Tim Davis down there in the pit area. This car is sponsored by Two Dudes Garage, Advanced Auto Parts, Goshen Collision Center, Miller Boys Racing, Ron's Weld Service, and Jackie Evans as he picks up tonight's third street stock heat. The 85 of Jason Clevenger, who was leading that race, qualified in today with a 1592, but with our zero tolerance rule, we clocked him in traffic with a 1573 and a 1565. That's the reason why 85 Jason Clevenger had to relinquish his lead, and Timmy Davis picks up the checkered flag. On the pole car number 79, that is Bruce Fernie Jr. To his right in row one, number 20, Alex Pratt, scheduled to start there, but doesn't look like he made it out on the track. So 102, Dennis Baker will move up on the outside. Second row inside, number 20, that is Rick Richardson. To his right, the 13 of Mike Miller Jr. out of Elkhart. Third row from Plymouth, the 89 of Jeff Stetler. To his right, the 007 of Jack Brazel from Kimmel, Indiana. Fourth row inside, number 71 is Larry Saunders. And to his right, in row 4, will be the number 7 of Dan Shepard. 8 cars going 8 laps in our fourth street stock heat. The Doughboy, number 71, Larry Saunders, sporting the American flags on both sides of his car, and the red, white, and blue, number 71. And the Dominator, Dan Shepard, at the back of the pack on the start. As they come out of turn 4, Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. Our fourth Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat, and the 79 of Bruce Fernie Jr., the pole setter, maintains that early spot. As they come out of turn 4, we'll have 1 down and 7 more to go. '79 Bruce Fernie Jr. getting sideways over there and spinning completely around. We're still under green flag racing. Your new leaders, the number 20 of Alex Pratt, or excuse me, the 20 of Rick Richardson up front. 102, Dennis Baker now in second. The 71 of the Doughboy on the inside of 13, Mike Miller Jr. for that third place position as we clock in lap 3 this time by. And Dan Shepard, number 7 over there, spun around in turn 4. Caution flag will come out as number 7, Dan Shepard, brings out the first yellow in tonight's fourth street stock heat. Behind him, the 102 of Dennis Baker. Running in third is the number 71 of the Doughboy, Larry Saunders. 13, Mike Miller Jr. there in fourth. 89, Jeff Stetler out of Plymouth running in fifth. 007, Jack Brazel. 79, Bruce Fernie Jr. and Dan Shepard restarting at the tail with 5 to go in this, our fourth Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. They'll be bringing it up to speed, and Mighty Mike Powers will turn them loose. 71 to Doughboy Larry Saunders on the inside. Takes that lead away from number 20, Rick Richardson, and 102, Dennis Baker, who got out of position as well. And leading them around at the halfway is the Doughboy, number 71, Larry Saunders. Now back on the accelerator on the outside groove, the number 20 of Rick Richardson trying to fight back to that lead. Number 13, Mike Miller Jr. is up to third as we complete lap 5 this time by. It is the 71 of the Doughboy Larry Saunders. He's slowing way up. Number 20, Rick Richardson, trying to regain the lead. Larry Saunders slipped back a little bit there. Something mechanically happened on lap number 6. Now Saunders back on the accelerator again. Heads down the billboard backstretch. Rick Richardson back to second. 13, Mike Miller Jr. there in third as the white flag flies. They got 1 more to go. The Doughboy, 71, Larry Saunders. bringing home the American flag as he'll win one for Old Glory as the checkered flag flies for 71, Larry Saunders. 71, 20, and 13. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 13, Mike Miller Jr. crossed the stripe third. Number 20, Rick Richardson held on to second. And winning one for the red, white, and blue. Put your hands together for the 71 out of Goshen. This is none other than the Doughboy Larry Saunders. Doughboy Larry Saunders, number 71 out of Goshen, sponsored by Elkhart Metal Distributing, the Penguin Point in Goshen, Paragon Print and Imaging, Creation Graphics, Mom and Pete, Marcus Racing, and Rita Motor Company, all sponsors. The red, white, and blue, number 71 of the Doughboy Larry Saunders. Here's your lineup for our fifth and final Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. On the pole car number 50P from Albion, that is Mark Pulver. To his right in row one, in car number 88, that's Jimmy G, Jimmy Goldsboro. Second row inside, car number 84 is Ed Wagner. To his right in row two, the 02 from Napanee, Frankie Paymaster. Third row inside, car number 20, that's Eric Gill. To his right door, the 9 of Ryan Buzzard. Fourth row inside, number 4 is David Henson. To his right, the number 118 of John McElhorn in the 118. And at the back of the pack, the number 18R of William Hagendabler. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cars going 8 laps in our fifth and final Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. As they come out of turn 4, they better be bringing it up to speed because Mighty Mike Powers is looking them over. He gives them the green light. They're off and racing 8 laps. Number 88, Jimmy G. Jimmy Goldsboro on the outside, trying to take the lead away from Mark Pulver, our pole setter. And Jimmy Goldsboro and the number 20 of Eric Gill will be battling for the lead as they complete lap 1. Mark Pulver in car number 50P back to third. Here comes Eric Gill trying to slide past the 88 of Jimmy Goldsboro for the lead in turn 3. And your new leader on lap number 2 will be the 20 of Eric Gill. 88 Jimmy Goldsboro back to second. Mark Pulver's in third. 84 Ed Wagner's running in fourth. But the number 9 of Ryan Buzzard up to fourth now as he makes the pass around the 84 of Ed Wagner as we complete lap 3. 3 down and 5 to go. Number 20 Eric Gill staying out in front of the 88 of Jimmy Goldsboro. Halfway mark will come out this time. They got 4 down and 4 more to go. Eric Gill in car number 20 out in front. 88 Jimmy G running in second. Number 9 Ryan Buzzard now up to third as we complete lap 5. It's a 2-car race with 3 laps to go. Six down, 2 to go this time by. Eric Gill in the 20 and Jimmy G right behind him in car number 88. White flag will fly this time for number 20, Eric Gill and Jimmy G in the 88. That's the battle for the lead. Number 9, Ryan Buzzard with a solid third so far. The checkered flag will fly for number 20, Eric Gill. 88, Jimmy G will finish second. Number 9, Ryan Buzzard brings home third. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 20, 88, and 9. Number 9, Ryan Buzzard finished third. 88, Jimmy Goldsboro there, also known as Jimmy G, will finish second, as he's out here for the first time this year. And winning tonight's 5th and final street stock heat, put your hands together for the number 20 of Eric Gill. Number 20, Eric Gill out of LaGrange, Indiana, drives the Little Deuce. He's sponsored by Knocker Sports Bar there in Syracuse, RC's Pub and Grub, The Keg in Leesburg, Louis Bar and Grill in Syracuse, Joe's Ice Cream, Wawasee Bowl, and Foyle's Plumbing all sponsors this number 20 of Eric Gill. All right, here's the lineup for tonight's fast Dayton-Daytona Mini Stock Heat. This is the fastest of our Dayton-Daytona Mini Stocks. On the pole, car number 96 out of Elkhart, that's Andy Kindig. To his right in row 1 from Mentone, the 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. Second row inside, driving car number 83 tonight, that is the Sweet Corn Express of Jamison Corn. On to his right in row 2, the 34 from Mentone of Mark Hughes. Third row inside, car number 4 on an Appanee, Dave Castle. To his right in row 3 is the 13 of Squidward, Michael Landry. Fourth row inside, car number 19, that is Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman, our current points leader. To his right is his son, the 17 of Corey Ryman. And then last row inside, second fastest qualifier, the 16 of J.R. Ryman. And to his right, our fast qualifier number 6. Check that, 17, Corey Ryman was our fast qualifier. But it's kind of mixed up in the field as they go green this time by. Number 6, Dave Coleman, elected to go to the tail. Corey Ryman, fast qualifier, moving up on the outside. Keep your eye on the back of the pack. J.R. Ryman in car number 16 was second quickest on the day. As they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 1, your leaders the 96 of Andy Kindig. 96 Andy Kindig in front of the 83 of Jamison Corn. Number 4 Dave Castle now moving up on the outside as the 47 of the Bulldog Gene Hughes slips back to 5th as we complete lap number 2. '96 Andy Kindig, the pole setter, staying out in front. Jamison Corn in the 83 running there right behind him, but here comes the 4 of Dave Castle on the outside groove trying to make his move as we complete lap 3. 19 Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman's running in 4th, J.R. Ryman's in 5th, and there's Dave Coleman in the black Mustang number 6 running in 6th. Corey Ryman, fast qualifiers, moved up to 7th at the halfway. It's 4 down and 4 to go. 96 Andy Kindig is your leader. Dave Castle in the 4, running on the outside groove, trying to pass on the outside. 83 Jamison Corn running there in 3rd as we complete lap 5. Next 3 laps are going to get hot and heavy as 16 J.R. Ryman makes a pass on the inside of Jamison Corn with a little help from his cousin, 17 Corey Ryman. He gave him a little bump and run, and 16 J.R.'s up to 3rd as we complete lap 6. Number 4, Dave Castle is your leader. 96, Andy Kindig in 2nd. J.R. Ryman on the outside in 3rd. Corey Ryman for 4th right now, and car number 17 as the white flag flies. Let's see how it pans out on the final lap. 17, Corey Ryman on the inside. J.R. Ryman on the outside, both making a pass around the 96 of Andy Kindig. And Diamond Motorsports going to finish 1, 2, and 3 as the checkered flag flies for 4, Dave Castle. 16, J.R. Ryman, and the 17 of Corey Ryman, our fast qualifier. Diamond Motorsports finishing in the top 3. And 4 out of 5 ain't bad for Diamond Motorsports. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 4, 16, and 17. As Corey Ryman, fast qualifier, finished 3rd. J.R. Ryman, car number 16, was 2nd. And winning tonight's fast Dayton-Daytona Mini Stock Heat, put your hands together for the number 4 of Dave Castle. Number 4, Dave Castle out of Napanee, sponsored by All Brands RV Service there in Elkhart, Diamond Motorsports, Ryman Designs, Hinch and Oil in Napanee, Seward's Photography, Studio 2000 Hair Salon there in Bremen, Holly's Auto Salvage of North Webster, and Classic Seamless Guttering in Mishawaka, all sponsors of number 4 of Dave Castle. Here's your lineup for tonight's second Dayton Daytona Mini Stock Heat. On the pole, car number 37 out of Akron is Shannon Buck. To his right in row 1 is the 29 of Paul Mishler Jr. Second row inside, car number 24, Bob Huffman Jr. To his right in row 2 is the number 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins. Third row inside, car number 21, that is Keith Gunkel. To his right in row 3, the number 10 of the Stickman, Tim Berry. Fourth row inside, driving car number 1, that's Craig Castle out of Bremen. To his right in row 4 is the 60 of Stan Hudson out of Warsaw. Fifth row inside, driving car number 12, that's Brian Allen out of Cromwell, Indiana. To his right from Middlebury in car number 5, they know him as the Iron Man. That's the Iron Man Merle Yoder. 10 cars going 8 laps. In our second Dayton Daytona Mini Stock Heat is Mighty Mike Powers. Says, come on guys, get on the accelerator, bring it up to speed. Let's go racing on a Saturday night at the new Paris Speedway. 37, Shannon Buck out in front. 29, Paul Mishler Jr. running second. And 24, Bob Huffman are in third as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap number 1. Shannon Buck from Akron, Indiana out in front. 24, Bob Huffman now up to second. Here comes the number 10 of the Stickman, Tim Barrick from Goshen. Tim Barrick moving up to third as we complete lap 2. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. trying to hang on, but Tim Barrick in car number 10 is moving up. As they come out of turn 4, we're going to have 3 down and 5 more to go. Your leader's not your leader any longer. Number 37, Shannon Buck's over his time. We'll have the facts and figures on him here in a little bit. Your new leader is the 24, Bob Huffman Jr. Number 10, Tim Barrick running second. 29, Paul Mishler Jr. trying to hang on to third. As the 21 of Keith Gunkel looks to the inside there in turn 2 for that number 3 spot. Next time by, we'll have 5 down and 3 more to go. Your leader is the 24, Bob Huffman Jr. Number 10, Tim Barrick running there on the ends, trying to get on the inside of 24. 6 down, 2 more to go, this time pie. 24, Bob Huffman out in front. Tim Barrick running in second. Keith Gunkel and 21's up to third. Here comes the number 1 of Craig Castle trying to move up to fourth. As the white flag will fly, they got 1 more to go this time. Watch your leader, number 10, Tim Barrick, doing everything he can, knocking on that left rear quarter panel, trying to get by him. As they come out of turn 4, watch him at the line. A checkered flag will wave for 24, Bob Huffman. (24, 10, and 21). That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. 21, Keith Gunkel across the stripe third, right behind the number 10 of Tim Barrick, who had to settle for second. But winning tonight's second Dayton Daytona Mini Stock Heat as he rolls over here to get the checkered flag. Let's put our hands together for the 24 from Goshen. This is Bob Huffman Jr. Bob Huffman out of Goshen, driving car number 24 Mini Stock, sponsored by Masterscape Creation and Design in Middlebury. Here's your lineup for our third Mini Stock Heat. On the pole, car number 85 is Rodney Archer. To his right in row 1 is the number 80 of Michael Aikens. Second row inside, car number 86, George Flowers. To his right from Mishawaka, the 05 of Jerry West. Third row inside, from Napanee, the 48 is P.J. Miller. To his right, the 97 of downtown Danny Brown. Fourth row, 32 John Long and the 43 of Max Schaefer. Fifth row, 25 Tim Kidder and the 5 of Shannon Pohl. And the 14 of Kevin Grubb at the tail end of the pack as Mighty Mike turns them loose. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 cars going 8 laps in our third mini stock heat. Look at them battling as they come out of turn 4 for that lead. It's the number 80 of Michael Aiken, or the 97 of downtown Danny Brown. Downtown Danny Brown, car number 97 up front. '97 downtown Danny Brown over his time. He's not your leader any longer. Your new leader is 85 Rodney Archer. We'll have the facts and figures on him a little later. 85 Rodney Archer is your leader. 32 John Long running there in second. 86 George Flowers is in third. At the halfway point, 4 in and 4 to go. '85 Rodney Archer and the 32 of John Long in a mini stock tonight, making the pass on the outside. John Long in car number 32 will lead him around here as your new leader with 5 down and 3 to go. '32 John Long is your leader. 85 Rodney Archer running second. 86 George Flowers trying to hang on to third, as the rest of the field battle for position from there on back as they complete lap 6. '48 P.J. Miller trying to make a pass on the outside groove. 25 Tim Kidder there. He's looking for third. Everybody wants that third place spot as the white flag flies for your leader, number 32 John Long. 85 Rodney Archer running second. 25 Tim Kidder working on the outside of 86 George Flowers. Everybody still hanging on. Still battling there for third as the checkered flag will wave this time for number 32 John Long. '32, '85, '86. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. George Flowers held on to third. '85. Rodney Archer had to settle for second and winning tonight's third mini stock heat. Put your hands together for the 32 of John Long. Here's your lineup for tonight's fourth mini stock heat. On the pole, it's number 20, Josh Smith. To his right, the 7 of Merle Neff. Second row, 14, Rick Kaiser, and the 44, Chris Seneff. Third row, the 2R, Rochelle Strickland, and the 25 of John Yoder. Fourth row, the 22 of Bouncing Bob Johnson, and the 7 of Wild Willie Guard. Fifth row, we've got the 41 of Josh Dunn and the 8 of Patty Smith. And at the back of the pack, the 2C of Ron Baker Sr. 11 cars going 8 laps as Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. We're still under green light racing. Number 8, Patty Smith, trying to get back onto the track. And we got action in turn 2. And we got a street stock out here in the way. Our leader is the 7 of Merle Neff as they complete lap 5. They got 3 to go. Number 20, Josh Smith, running in second. Your leader's not your leader any longer. Merle Neff's over his time. I'll have the facts and figures on the 7 in. Your new leader is the number 20 of Josh Smith. Running in second now is the 41 of Josh Dunn. Fireball Josh Dunn there in third. Fireball Josh Dunn going to bid for the lead as he's on the inside of Josh Smith in car number 20. Car number 20, Josh Smith is your leader. 41, Josh Dunn running there trying to take the lead with 1 lap to go. The 25 of John Yoder running there in third. It is number 20, Josh Smith, and there goes the Fireball. Josh Dunn on the inside for the lead in turn 3. Number 41 is your new leader. Checkered flag will fly for 41, Josh Dunn. (41, 25, and 20). That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 20, Josh Smith, fell back to third. 25, John Yoder finished second. And winning tonight's 4th and final Daytona Mini Stock Heat as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the Fireball. Number 41 is Josh Dunn. All right, race fans, here's your lineup for tonight's 20-lap Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. On the pole, car number 27, that's Kurt Gunkel. To his right in row 1, the 14 of Kevin Shepard. Second row inside, driving car number 5, that's Jason Isley out of Silver Lake. To his right in row 2, the number 90 from Mooresville, North Carolina, Bob Fox. Third row inside, car number 22 out of Plymouth, that's Radical Rich Bull. To his right in row 3 in the 42 from Plymouth, that is Flying Brian Ross. (42) Flying Brian Ross on the outside of the third row. Fourth row inside, we've got the number 80 of Jonathan Smith from Monee, Illinois. To his right, the USA number 1 of Scott Ross. Fifth row inside, the 71 of Frankie Nethercutt, and the 34 of Rex Evans there at the back of the pack. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars getting ready to go 20 laps in our Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. Street Stock B feature on deck. Street Stock B feature, you're on deck. Mini Stock B feature, you're in the hole. 10 cars getting ready to go 20 laps in our Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature as they come out of turn 4. Caleb Woods gives them the green light. They're off and racing. 27, Kurt Gunkel, and the 14 of Kevin Shepard racing side by side in the front 4 rows. They're all wheel to wheel as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap number 1. (27) Kurt Gunkel up front. Here comes Jason Isley, number 5. Not enough room to get down low, and look out, number 1, Scott Ross. Puff and smoke, may have been a tire rub as he was on his brakes over there in turn 3. As they worked on lap number 3, Jason Isley on the inside of 27, Kurt Gunkel, and we got 1, 2 of them sliding around over there. It was the number 80 and 90 teammates. Number 80, Jonathan Smith. Number 80, Jonathan Smith, he doesn't know it, but he's got some major leakage on his number 80 machine. Jonathan Smith in car number 80. He broke a hose or something on the number 80, and then he just slid around in his own mess. Jonathan Smith, number 80 out of Monee, Illinois. Tough break for him and his late model in this, our Late Model B feature. Number 90, Bob Fox, who's a teammate of his out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the Fox Smith Racing team. And Bob Fox had to hit the skids and ended up with a little bit of damage there on the driver's side. So 2 down, 18 to go. Your leader is the 27 of Kurt Gunkel. Right behind him, the number 5 of Jason Isley. 22, Rich Bull runs there in third in front of the 14 at Kevin Shepard. Number 90, Bob Fox running there in fifth. Then 42, Brian Ross. The number 1 is Scott Ross as they get ready to go back to racing with 2 down and 18 to go in our 20 lap. Hoosier Tire Late Model B features. Caleb turns them loose. 27, Kurt Gunkel out in front. Jason Isley looking on the inside down the billboard backstretch. Number 5, Jason Isley trying to get up there, and here comes the 22 of Rich Bull and the 42 of Brian Ross. Flying Brian Ross already up to 4th and looking for more as they worked on lap 4. Jason Isley on the inside, I don't know what happened there. He backed off in turn 3 as we complete lap 4. 22, Rich Bull on the outside groove, making his move to the lead down the backstretch. 42, Flying Brian, flying right along behind him as they complete lap 5. 42 is up to 2nd. 22, Rich Bull. 42, Flying Brian Ross running in 2nd. Here comes Jason Isley now, number 5, finally making the pass to 3rd as we complete lap number 6. Number 90, Bob Fox moves to 4th. Scott Ross back to 5th, but the battles for the lead as they complete lap 7. 22 and 42. Rich Bull in the 22, Brian Ross in the 42, battling it out down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. They're going to have 8 down, 12 to go this time around. 42, Brian Ross looks on the outside groove coming out of turn 2. They're hooked up wheel to wheel, door to door, coming out of turn 4 to complete lap number 9. And now on the outside, number 42, Brian Ross, a half a car length lead in turn 3. At the halfway, 10 down and 10 to go for 42, Flying Brian Ross. 22, Rich Bull back to 2nd by a half a car length. Jason Isley in the 3 is running in 3rd. Number 90, that's Bob Fox in 4th as a caution flag will not come out. Does not come out for 34, Rex Evans. And it finally does come out for the 34. Caution flag comes out and he's able to roll off the infield. So our second caution coming out this time for the 34 of Rex Evans. Scott Ross in the number 1 is in 5th. 27, Kurt Gunkel, then the 14 of Kevin Shepard, and the 34 of Rex Evans. As we've got 9 laps left in tonight's late model B feature. As they come up to speed out of turn 4, Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives him the green light. They're off and racing. And 42, Brian Ross out in front of 22, Rich Bull. Number 90, Bob Fox up to 3rd unofficially. Number 5, Jason Isley's back to 4th. Scott Ross in the 1 is in 5th. They'll have 13 down and 7 to go this time by. .42, Flying Brian out in front. 15 down and 5 to go for Flying Brian Ross. 22, Rich Bull running 2nd. Number 90, Bob Fox. Oh, and we've got Jason Isley and Scott Ross getting together in turn 1. Number 5, Jason Isley, and the number 1 is Scott Ross, bringing out our 3rd caution in tonight's late model B feature. This time in tonight's Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. As we get them lined back up, Caleb Woods is going to put them on our final pace lap, I do believe, this time by. All right, watch them now as they come out of turn 4. Flying Brian Ross in car number 42. Brings them up to speed, and Caleb gives them the green. They're off and racing. 15 down, 5 to go. 42, Flying Brian Ross out in front. Number 22, Rich Bull runs second as they complete lap 16. Jason Isley in the number 5 there in third in front of the Bob Fox number 90 machine. Scott Ross in car number 1 trying to work up to 5th. Looks on the outside of Kurt Gunkel back there as they complete lap 17 this time by. Flying Brian Ross, car number 42 out in front. Rich Bull in the 22 running in second. Jason Isley's third as they complete lap 18. Slower traffic up ahead for our leader as the white flag will fly this time for number 42, Brian Ross. And the checkered flags will wave for 42, Flying Brian Ross. .42 Brian Ross picks up tonight's Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. 22 Rich Bull comes across second, and number 5 Jason Isley will finish third. That's the way they finish in tonight's Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. And as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, put your hands together for the 42 of Flying Brian Ross. Flying Brian Ross out of Plymouth, Indiana picks up tonight's Late Model B feature. Sponsored in part by Wade's Construction Company there in Plymouth. Doing a great job of driving. It's good to have Flying Brian Ross back out here at the new Paris Speedway. Congratulations to Brian. Okay, race fans, like I was saying, this Monday night will be our 4th of July celebration of independence here at the new Paris Speedway. Gates will open at 3. We go crashing and smashing at 7 o'clock in a 300-lap enduro. And then immediately following, St. Evans Fireworks Company will be shooting them off over the new Paris Speedway this Monday night, July the 4th. Tonight, of course, we've got Fred Sibley, the Rocket Man, here. He'll be doing some shooting some sparks himself as he burns some machinery up in the middle of the infield a little later on. And if you've never seen Fred Sibley and the Rocket Man, you're in for a treat because it is loud and proud, race fans, when Fred Sibley lights the fire. That'll be coming up later. So you don't want to go away. And coming up 1 week from tonight, race fans, our Hoosier Outlaw Super Sprints will be here for their annual show right here at the new Paris Speedway. The high-flying Winged Warriors, the Super Sprints, will be here next Saturday at the new Paris Speedway, the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest. Here's your lineup for tonight's Michiana Tire 20-lap Street Stock B feature. On the pole, car number 102 is Dennis Baker. To his right in row 1, the 89 from Plymouth of Jeff Stetler. Second row inside, car number 13, that's Mike Miller Jr. out of Elkhart. To his right in row 2 is the 71 from Goshen of the Doughboy Larry Saunders. Third row inside from Kimmel, Indiana, the 007er Jack Brazel. To his right, the number 7 from Warsaw of the Dominator Dan Shepard. Fourth row, car number 23, that's Donnie Harrison. To his right in row 4 is the 85 of Jason Clevenger. Fifth row inside, car number 6. Actually, on the outside of row 4 is the 67 of Mike Robinson. Row number 5 on the inside is the number 6 of Corey Ryman. To his right, the 124, Tim Davis. Row 7, 55, Bam Bam Brian Cannon. And the 45 of Kevin Ray. In row 8 is the 18 of Billy Rumbaugh and the 52 of Matt Spark. And in row 9, Jason Clevenger, car number 85, slides back there to start on the inside of the 88 of Speedy, Bobby Prince. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cars going 20 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. As Caleb Woods will put them on their final pace lap this time. Mini Stock B on deck. Street Stock C in the hole. Street Stock C feature drivers, get ready. You're up after the Mini Stock B feature. Watch them now as they come out of turn 4. 16 cars going 20 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. Side by side as they head out of turn 2. Everybody's still digging in the dirt. 23, Donnie Harrison got a little low. Here comes the Doughboy squeezing out of there in car number 71. He's trying to make his way up to the front as we complete lap 1. 102, Dennis Baker, and 71, Larry Saunders working wheel to wheel as they go into turns 3 and 4. Trading paint and burning rubber on a Saturday night at the new Paris Speedway as we complete lap 2. And the Doughboy, number 71, the red, white, and blue, trying to take the lead in turn 3. And the Doughboy, number 71, will bring him around. 3 down, 17 to go. 102, Dennis Baker back to second. 13, Mike Miller Jr.'s in third. As the rest of the field battle for positions from fourth on back. It's 007, Jack Brazel. 124, Tim Davis running in fifth. Number 6, Corey Ryman, using every bit of the racing surface in that street stock number 6 tonight. As he's just trying to test the waters in the street stock competition. We got 5 down and 15 to go. 71, Larry Saunders out in front. Here comes 13, Mike Miller Jr. now on the inside of Dennis Baker. And Mike Miller Jr. in the 13's up to second as we complete lap 6. And your leader's not your leader any longer, race fans. 71, Larry Saunders over his time. We'll have the facts and figures on him in a little bit. Your new leader is the 13 of Mike Miller Jr. 102, Dennis Baker running second. 88, Speedy Bobby Prince has made his way up to third. He started at the tail end of the pack. 124, Tim Davis is now running in fourth as we complete lap number 8. Larry Saunders, number 71, knew he was over his time, had to restart at the tail end of the pack. He can work his way back up if there's enough time to do so. As we clock in lap 9, 9 down and 11 to go for 13, Mike Miller Jr. Ten down, 10 to go for 13, Mike Miller Jr. 102, Dennis Baker running in second. 88, Speedy Bobby Prince on the inside, going for that number 2 hole. And Bobby Prince moves his way to second as they complete lap number 11. "13, Mike Miller Jr., Bobby Speedy Prince trying to work his way to the front. They'll have 12 down, 8 to go this time by. And Speedy on the inside in turn 1. 88, Bobby Prince takes the lead away from number 13, Mike Miller Jr. Your new leader is the 88 of Bobby Speedy Prince. He started at the tail end of the pack, and he will lead him around for lap number 13. Bobby Prince out in front, car number 88. 13, Mike Miller Jr. still in second. Here comes 124, Tim Davis looking for third as he gets on the inside of Dennis Baker's 102 machine. They got 6 laps to go. Larry Saunders in the 71 working the outside groove. He's about halfway through the field, but time's running out for the Doughboy. He's trying to work his way back up front, but we got 15 down and 5 to go. 16 down and 4 to go for 88 Bobby Prince. .124 Tim Davis is in third. Here comes the 45 of Kevin Ray on the inside of Dennis Baker for fourth as we complete lap 17. 52 Matt Sparks now up to fifth. Bam Bam Brian Cannon, number 55, now runs in sixth. Billy Rumbaugh goes to seventh. 102 Dennis Baker on the outside groove is losing a lot of ground. White flag will wave this time for number 88, Bobby Prince. He's got one more to go. Oh, and look out in turn 4, 89 Jeff Stetler up on the 007 of Jack Brazel. We're going to have a checkered caution flag finish as a checkered caution flies for 88, Bobby Prince. Winning tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the 88 of Speedy Bobby Prince. 88, 13, and 124. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. Timmy Davis finished third. The 13 of Mike Miller Jr. came in second. But winning his second checkered flag on the evening and his first time out in this car for 2005, your winner of our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature, the 88 from Elkhart of Speedy Bobby Prince. Fans, here's your lineup for tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock B feature. On the pole, car number 41, that is the Fireball, Josh Dunn. To his right in row 1, the number 85 out of Elkhart of Rodney Archer. Second row inside, car number 80, that's Michael Akins. To his right, the 86 of George Flowers. Third row inside, car number 05 out of Mishawaka, Jerry West. To his right is the 48 from Napanee of P.J. Miller. Fourth row inside, car number 97, that is Downtown Danny Brown scheduled there. On the outside of row 4 will be the 32 of John Long. Row 5, the 43 of Mad Max Schaefer and the 25 of Tim Kidder. Sixth row is the 5 of Shannon Pohl from Walkerton. And on the outside, the 14 from Pierceton of Grubby, Kevin Grubb. Seventh row inside, car number 37 from Akron is Shannon Buck. To his right, the 29 of Paul Mishler Jr. 14 cars scheduled to go 15 laps in tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock B feature. Roll 'em. Roll 'em. Let's go. Let's rock and roll in our Mini Stock B feature. 14 cars going 15 laps. All right, out front as they work on lap 2 is our pole setter, number 41, the Fireball, Josh Dunn. Number 80, Michael Akins running in second. 85, Rodney Archer there in third as the rest of the field battle for position from there on back as they complete lap 2. Number 32, that's John Long. He won a heat race earlier in the mini stocks. So did the 97 of downtown Danny Brown. So keep an eye on those guys. Look out, George Flowers going cross country out of turn 4. Your leader's not your leader any longer. 41, Josh Dunn, over his time. Your new leader is the number 80, Michael Akins. I'll have the facts and figures on 41 in just a little bit. Number 80, Michael Akins, trying to hold on, but look who's scooting on the outside. That's the 32 of John Long. As he works the outside groove, he'll take the lead on lap number 5. 32, John Long, your new leader. 80, Michael Akins back to second. 25, Tim Kidder there in third. 85, Rodney Archer slipped back to fourth, but here comes downtown Danny Brown and number 97 up to fifth with 6 down and 9 to go. Keep your eye on the 97, working on the outside of 85, Rodney Archer. He moves to fourth. He is moving up. Your leader is the 32 of John Long. 25, Tim Kidder running in second. 80, Michael Akins, and 97, downtown Danny Brown now. Moving up on the outside groove, goes to third as they come out of turn 2. Kevin Grubb in the 14. Grubby now moves up on the outside of Michael Akins for that 4th place spot with 7 down and 8 to go this time. Your leader is the 32 of John Long, but not for long as the 97 of downtown Danny Brown hooks up on the outside groove. They're wheel-to-wheel, door handle to door handle as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap number 8, and we got a major pileup in turn 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars sliding together over there. Brings out our first yellow in tonight's mini stock B feature. 85, Rodney Archer. 29, Paul Missler Jr. The 5 there of Shannon Pohl and the 43 of Mad Max Schaefer all got together. All right, 8 down, 7 to go as we get set to go back to racing. Green flag racing in our Daytona Mini Stock B feature as Caleb Woods gives them the green, they're off and racing. .32 John Long out in front, but not for long, I don't believe. Here comes the 97 of downtown Danny Brown Jr. This 25 of Tim Kidder. Everybody on the tail of the 32 of John Long as we complete lap 9. 97, downtown Danny Brown, scooting around on the outside groove. They're wheel-to-wheel, door-to-door. 32, John Long, not giving up the low line, going to stay there as they complete lap 10. They got 5 more to go. And 14, Kevin Grubb, slowing up on lap 10. But watch them battle as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 11. Oh, 29, Paul Missler Jr. He was in the infield, I should say, racing along the inside track, and he hit that parking lot concrete thing. And 29, Paul Missler Jr., it was like that front end of that car just broke in half almost, trying to baja through the infield, and when he hits racing across the infield, doing it across the sod, and 29 Paul Missler Jr. hit something real hard over there at the crossover ramp. Your leader is the 97 of downtown Danny Brown Jr. Right behind him, the 32 of John Long, 25 Tim Kidder, 80 Michael Akins, and the 48 of P.J. Miller as we go back to green flag racing with 4 to go. '97 downtown Danny Brown out in front. 32 John Long scooting along right there in second. Look out in turn 4. We got Shannon Pohl in car number 5 getting together with a couple of them. He collected the 14 of Kevin Grubb and the 48 of P.J. Miller. So our third caution coming out in this mini stock B feature, this time for the number 5 of Shannon Pohl. Number 14, Kevin Grubb, looking for a place to fall in at the back of the pack. Oh, well.
Hi, Tim again at Main Channel Marina. Been thinking about getting into boating or upgrading your present boat, but are so confused about which boat to buy? It's confusing. Well, then stop in at Main Channel and talk to one of our sales professionals, Troy Webb, Chuck Cadley, Terry Graber, and Tim Miner. And they will help you find the right boat at the right price.
13 down and 2 to go. 32 John Long on the inside of 97. 32 on the inside of 97, looking for that pass. John Long trying to take that lead back. And one more to go for 32 and 97, working side by side in turns 1 and 2. Oh, 97 on the outside groove. Downtown James Brown. And downtown Danny Brown will pick up the checkered flag. 32 John Long will finish second. And the 25 of Tim Kidder comes across third.
Outdoor dining on the patio grill at Oakwood Inn. I bet you hadn't thought about that. Oakwood's Patio Grill's got sandwiches and pop, or something more if you'd rather. Just dock the boat on the pier and come on in. It's okay to come by car, too. Come by boat for formal Oakwood Inn for the elegant meal, or casual Oakwood for an informal meal on the new Patio Grill.
25 Tim Kidder finished third. 32 John Long, a valiant effort, came up a little bit short, finished in second. And winning tonight's mini stock B feature, put your hands together for the 97 of downtown Danny Brown.
Anywhere your carpet needs the cleaning. And Indiana Lakes Carpet and Upholstery can also help make that furniture look like new, too. Fight back. Return your carpet and upholstery to that new look.
Downtown Danny Brown out of New Carlisle picks up tonight's Dayton Daytona mini stock B feature.
When you think of summer fun, you think of names like Rinker, Nautique by Correct Craft, and JC Pontoon. And the place for these summer fun boats is Wawasee Boat Company.
C feature. This one goes for a case of Valvoline motor oil. So they're going to be racing for all the oil they can get their hands on tonight in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock C feature. On the pole, number 88 out here for the first time this year. That is Jimmy G, Jimmy Goldsboro. He is right in row 1, the 84 of Ed Wagner. Second row inside, car number 02 from Napanee is Frankie Paymaster. To his right in row 2, car number 20, that's Eric Gill. Third row inside, car number 79, Bruce Fernie Jr. To his right, the other orange number 20, that is Alex Pratt. Fourth row inside, the orange and white number 20, that is Rick Richardson. To his right, the 50 of Mark Pulver from Albion, Indiana. Fifth row inside, car number 9 there. That is the 9 of Ryan Buzzard. To his right in row 5. Looks like the 118 of John McElhorn. And at the back of the pack, car number 40, Rob Smith. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, wait a minute. That car's not in here. Get him off the track. He don't belong in this one. This is the Michiana Tire Street Stock C feature, not the A. Get him out of here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars getting ready to go in tonight's Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. 10 cars getting ready to go 15 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C features. Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap. Pole setter, number 88, Jimmy G. Jimmy Goldsboro will be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Caleb Woods will be looking them over. Woody looks them over. He gives them the green. They're off and racing. 3 wide as they go into turn 1 almost. Hang on to your hat. 88, Jimmy G out in front. 84, Ed Wagner falling off the pace. 02, Frankie Paymaster moving up on the inside, looking for that number 2 spot as we complete lap number 1. 88, Jimmy Goldsboro out in front. 02, Frankie Paymaster's running second. The orange number 20 of Alex Pratt, they're in third as we complete lap number 2. Eric Gill and the other number 20 running in fourth. Number 88, Jimmy Goldsboro, not your leader any longer. He's over his time. We'll have the facts and figures on Jimmy G in a little bit. Your new leader is the 02 of Frankie Paymaster. Eric Gill in the 20. Black and orange number 20's up to second. The full orange of Eric Gill taking him out in turn 4. Eric Gill. Oh, hang on over there. Just tried to squeeze through, but not enough room. But Eric Gill into the back of the number 20 of Alex Pratt. Three down, 12 to go. We got him lined back up. The 02 of Frankie Paymaster is your leader as Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives him the green. They're off and racing. 79, Bruce Fernie Jr. running second. Number 20, Rick Richardson moving up on the outside, trying to get that lead away from the 02 of Frankie Paymaster. Frankie Paymaster battling back on the inside groove, trying to regain the lead. 5 down, 10 to go. 02, Frankie Paymaster, and the 20 of Rick Richardson working side by side as they come out of turn 4. Rick Richardson is your new leader on lap number 6. Seven down, 8 to go. Rick Richardson at car number 20 up front. 02 Frankie Paymaster running in second. 79 Bruce Fernie Jr. is in third. Six laps to go this time by in tonight's Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. Three wide racing there for fourth as they go out of turns 1 and 2. Number 20, Eric Gill, now up to fourth as they complete lap 10. He started at the back of the pack on that caution. Eric Gill's moving forward. 11 laps down, 4 to go this time by. Oh, and a caution flag coming out for 84 Ed Wagner and another orange 20. That's Alex Pratt in that orange number 20, and it looks like it's overheating. Looks like the weenies are done underneath the hood of the number 20 sitting over there in turn 2. We got Paymaster is your leader. Number 20 Rick Richardson restarts in second. 79 Bruce Fernie Jr. is in third as Rick Richardson was penalized for jump starting on that last one. Had to restart in second, and he's going to do it again. He did it again. Rick Richardson getting a little early start. The leader sets the pace. He'll be penalized a spot, I'm afraid to say. Your leader is the 0-2 of Frankie Paymaster. Unless something else pans out, we got 12 down and 3 to go. Frankie Paymaster. Here comes the 20 of Eric Gill up to third as he gets around the 79 of Bruce Fernie Jr. 13 down and 2 to go this time. Frankie Paymaster. And 20 Eric Gill. White flag will fly for somebody as we give them a white flag. They got one more to go. And your checkered flag will wave for number 02, Frankie Paymaster. O2 20 20. Your official finish will be 02 20 Gill and 20 Richardson for jump starting again on the restart. So your winner will be the 0-2 of Frankie Paymaster. Finishing third will be the 20 of Rick Richardson. The 20 of Eric Gill will finish second. Put your hands together for the winner of our Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. It is the 0-2 from Napanee of Frankie Paymaster. Frankie Paymaster out of Napanee picks up tonight's Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. Sponsored by Curtis TV and Appliances there at Napanee, Napanee Plumbing and Heating, and Curtis and Sally all sponsor 0-2 Frankie Paymaster, the winner of our Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. He'll pick up a case of Valvoline Motor Oil. Okay, race fans, like I promised, we're on the pole, car number 20. That is Josh Smith. To his right in row 1, a 14 of Rick Kaiser. Second row inside, car number 44, Chris Sinna from Three Rivers, Michigan. To his right in row 2 is the 2R of Rochelle Strickland from Syracuse. Row number 3, you got the little bandy rooster there, number 25 of John Yoder out of Goshen. To his right in row 3 is the number 7 of Wild Willie Guard. Fourth row inside from Warsaw in the 22, that's Bouncin' Bob Johnson. To his right from South Bend, the yellow number 8 of Patty Smith. And in the last row, inside, the 2C of Ron Baker Sr., and to his right, the 7N of Merle Neff. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars getting ready to go in tonight's Dayton-Daytona Mini Stock C feature. All right, as they come out of turn 4, Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives them the green flag. They're off and racing. And Tricia Smith immediately going to the infield on the start of this one. Mechanical problems on the number 8 of Tricia Smith. Look out in the backstretch. 14 Rick Kaiser around. Oh, that might left a mark. And so a caution flag will come out. We'll have a complete restart coming up in tonight's Dayton-Daytona Mini Stock 12-lap feature. We got them lined back up for a complete restart. On the pole, number 20, Josh Smith will be bringing him out of there. Caleb turns him loose. 44, Chris Sineff working on the outside. Trying to move up there to the front. Number 44, Chris Sineff on the outside groove, working hard. Number 25, the little bandy rooster of John Yoder running there in third as we complete lap number 1. 44, Chris Seniff out of Three Rivers, Michigan, makes the pass in turn 3. He'll be your new leader if he can hang on in the outside groove as we complete lap 2 of this 12-lap mini stock B feature. '25 John Yoder moves up to second as he gets on the inside of number 20 Josh Smith, and the little Banny Rooster of John Yoder up to second, trying to make that rooster crow a little bit. '44 Chris Seniff out in front with 4 down and 8 to go. The little Banny Rooster, number 25 of John Yoder, is now your new leader as Chris Seniff is over his time. 44, Chris Seniff over his qualifying time. We'll have the facts and figures on him here in a little bit. Your new leader is the little Banny Rooster of John Yoder. He makes the pass anyway, working on lap 6. The Rooster is crowing down the billboard backstretch. 25 John Yoder out in front. Number 20 Josh Smith now runs in second. And the 2R of Rochelle Strickland there in third. Seven down, 5 to go this time by for the 25 of John Yoder. They'll have 5 laps left this time around. '25 John Yoder still out in front. 44 Chris Seniff is being scored as the last car on the same lead lap. 20 Josh Smith is actually in second, and the 2R of Rochelle Strickland there in third. As we'll have 10 down and 2 to go this time around for the number 25 of John Yoder. White flag flies. 1 more to go for 25 John Yoder. And the checkered flag will wave this time for number 25 John Yoder. Number 20 Josh Smith and 2R Rochelle Strickland. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. In tonight's Daytona Mini Stock C feature, it was 25, 20, and 2R. 2R Rochelle Strickland will finish third. Number 20, Josh Smith, finishes second, behind your winner of tonight's Daytona Mini Stock C feature. As he rolls up here, everybody say cock-a-doodle-doo for the little Banny Rooster of John Yoder. .18:31 was the qualifying time for the 44 of Chris Seniff, who was out there leading the race early, but then had to relinquish his lead because we clocked him in traffic. He broke out of his time with an 18:10 and an 18:01. So 44 Chris Seniff, 0 tolerance in effect again tonight here at the new Paris Speedway. Sponsored number 24 out of Goshen, that is Bob Huffman Jr. On the outside of the front row, driving the Mr. T's Apparel, sponsored number 5 from Cromwell, is Leapin' Lee Atkins. Second row on the inside, in the Lake Lube, sponsored number 21 from Syracuse's Keith Gunkel. Second row outside in the Creation Graphics sponsored number 10 from Goshen is the stickman Tim Barrick. Third row inside in the Bremen Bowling Lane sponsored number 1 from Bremen is Craig Castle. On the outside of row 3, driving the JP machine number 60 out of Warsaw is Stan Hudson. Fourth row inside in the Depews Plumbing and Heating sponsored number 12 from Cromwell is Brian Allen. On the outside of row 4, in the Wildlife Wonders Taxidermy Service sponsored number 5 from Middlebury, that's Merle Yoder. In row 5 on the inside from Elkhart in the Industrial Installation sponsored number 96, that's Andy Kindig. To his right in row 5, driving the Nelson's Beverage number 47 from Mentone is the Bulldog Gene Hughes. Row number 6 on the inside in the Jim Blunt Auto Salvage sponsored number 83 from Leesburg is the Sweet Corn Express of Jameson Corn, car number 83. On the outside of row 6 in the Stuckman Auto Salvage sponsored number 34 from Mentone is Mark Hughes. In row 7, driving the All Brands RV Service sponsored number 4 from Napanee is Dave Castle. To his right, in car number 13 in the New Paris Auto Service sponsored number 13 mini stock, that will be Squidward Michael Landry. In row number 7, car number 19, our current points leader in the Dayton Daytona mini stocks, number 19 is Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman in the All Brands RV Service number 19 car. To his right in row number 8, driving the Monteith Tire number 6 Mustang from Goshen is Dave Coleman. And in row 9, on the inside, in the Ryman Design number 16, that is J.R. Ryman from Napanee. And to his right, our fast qualifier on the day, once again, the number 17 All Brands RV Service sponsored car of Corey Ryman. 18 cars going 20 laps in tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock A feature. All right, race fans, as they come out of turn 4 this time, let's give our Dayton Daytona Mini Stock A feature drivers a big send-off. Get out your lighters. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies. Say good luck, guys, and good racing. 18 cars going 20 laps in tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock feature. The pole setter, number 24, Bob Huffman Jr. And to his right, the number 5 of Leapinley Atkins. That's your front row. They'll be bringing them up to speed next time by as Caleb Woods puts them on her final pace lap this time. They'll be bringing them up to speed this time as they come out of turn 4. Keep your eye on them. As Caleb Woods looks them over, he gives them the green. They're off and racing 20 laps in our Dayton Daytona Mini Stock A feature. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. up front. Everybody battling for position at the back of the pack. The stickman, number 10, Tim Barrick, sticking his nose in there to second. Leapinley Atkins on the outside groove, losing a little ground, falls back to 4th as we complete lap number 1. 21, Keith Gunkel now up to 3rd, looking to see what happens up front. He's waiting in the wings. As the rest of the field, the faster cars at the back of the pack try to work their way through the middle of the pack as we complete lap number 2. Up front, though, we've got the number 10 of Tim Barrick, the stick man, out in front of the 24 of Bob Huffman Jr. They tag a little bit. They trade a little paint, but number 10, Tim Barrick, brings them around for lap 3 as the new leader. 24, Bob Huffman, back in line right behind him, runs in second. 21, Keith Gunkel there in third. The Merle Yoder, number 5, is up to 4th, and 60, Stan Hudson running in 5th as we complete lap 4. Number 1, Craig Castle there in 6th, but look, here comes Dave Castle in car number 4. He's working the outside groove, and right behind him, fast qualifier 17, Corey Ryman. Watch them as they move around, and we complete lap number 5. Your leader is still Tim Barrick in car number 10. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. running second. Then the 5 of Merle Yoder has worked around the Keith Gunkel number 21 machine as we complete lap 6. Number 10, Tim Barrick out in front. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. running in second. Merle Yoder there in third. Moving up on the outside groove. Keep your eye on the number 4, Dave Castle. Here comes 17, Corey Ryman on the inside, going to challenge for 5th. He backs off wisely, and there's Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman, our points leader, running there in 6th as we complete lap number 8. We're still under green light racing. Number 24, Bob Huffman, off the main straightaway into the infield out of harm's way. This time around, we'll have 9 down, 11 to go. Your leader is at number 10 of Tim Barrick. Number 4, Dave Castle, has now worked his way to second. 17, Corey Ryman, our fast qualifiers, into third. Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman moving to 4th at the halfway point, 10 in and 10 to go. Number 4, Dave Castle looking on the inside of number 10, Tim Barrick to the lead, and Castle on the low side takes the lead away from Tim Barrick in turn 3. Leading him around for lap 11. Your new leader is number 4, Dave Castle. '17, Corey Ryman running second. Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman's up to third. J.R. Ryman in the 16s and 4th, and here comes Dave Coleman in car number 6 with 12 down and 8 to go. He's up to 5th. The faster of the bunch up toward the front. We'll have 13 down, 7 to go. Number 4, Dave Castle, trying to hang on for his first mini stock feature win on the season. '17, Corey Ryman looking on the inside of Dave Castle in turn 3. Your fast qualifier, 17, Corey Ryman leads them around for lap 15. They got 5 to go. Corey Ryman taking the lead on lap 15. There goes the 96 of Indy Kindig around. A complete 360 and a caution flag will come out. Caution flag coming out. I believe we got debris down there in turn 4. Corey, by the way, comes into tonight's racing action 4th in the points, just 45 points back from his dad, Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman, who's our points leader. Squeezed in between them will be the number 4 of Dave Castle. He's there in second on the restart. And then behind Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman is the 16 of J.R. Ryman. So Diamond Motorsports in the front 4 spots with 5 laps to go. Car number 6, Dave Coleman, has the black Mustang out tonight. He suffered some major collision with his other number 6 car here a few weeks ago and has not been able to get it back out here yet. But he's got the black Mustang out here tonight. Number 6, Dave Coleman, there in 5th on the restart. He was the 3rd fastest qualifier on the day, so keep an eye on him. He might try to make a couple of more moves before we complete tonight's 20-lap Dayton-Daytona mini stock feature. Your leader is the 17 of Corey Ryman with 15 down and 5 to go. Watch them now as they come out at turn 4. They bring them up to speed, and Caleb Woods turns them loose. They're going racing for another 5 laps. Number 4, Dave Castle, would really love to get his first feature win in 2005. He looks to the inside in turn 3 and 4. He's down on the inside of 17, Corey Ryman, working hard. Side-by-side racing again in turns 1 and 2. Number 4, Dave Castle, looking for that lead. He wants it back. He really would love to win his first A feature in 2005. He'll lead him around for lap 17. Your new leader is number 4, Dave Castle. 17, Corey Ryman back to second. 19, Jerry Ryman's running third. J.R. Ryman in 16's in fourth. Dave Coleman still in fifth. 2 laps to go this time for number 4, Dave Castle. Caution coming out. Yellow flag come out for number 60, Stan Hudson, who went sliding into turn 4. And the start, we got a brake check situation going on back there at the midway on back. As number 4, Dave Castle, bringing him up to speed out of turn 4. Caleb gives him the green, they're off and racing. Oh, we got Dave Coleman in the wall over in turn 1. Caution's coming out. Caution coming out. We're going to do this one again with 2 laps to go. Dave Coleman into the wall in turn 1.
Your leader is the number 4, Dave Castle, about to pick up his first feature win in 2005. Right behind him, fast qualifier 17, Corey Ryman, runs in second. Then you've got the 19 of Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman, our points leader, there in third. 16, J.R. Ryman's running in fourth. Then Merle Yoder in car number 5 lines up fifth as we go back to green flag racing with 2 laps to go. Dave Castle trying to hold off Corey Ryman. They battled back and forth. They've had 1 lead change. Corey Ryman had to lead for a few laps. Now Dave Castle back out in front. Now Corey Ryman on the inside. Going to take the lead on lap number 19. Corey Ryman. 1 more lap to go in car number 17. Our fast qualifier out in front. Dave Castle trying to get back up there. Car number 4, Dave Castle, seeing his first feature win go to the wayside as 17, Corey Ryman, will pick up the checkered flags here at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, New Paris Speedway. 17, Corey Ryman on an Ampany in the All Brands RV Service sponsored number 17, picks up his second mini stock feature win in the season here at the New Paris Speedway. So Corey Ryman is your winner, finishing second was the number 4 of Dave Castle. Right behind him, Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman, our points leader, and happens to be Corey's dad, will finish in third. So as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, put your hands together, race fans, for the pick of the night, number 17, Corey Ryman. 17, Corey Ryman came in today, fast qualifier. He had a 15:89 fast time. J.R. Ryman, of course, car number 16 was a 15:90. That was your top 2 qualifiers. Dave Castle gave it a good run as Corey Ryman and Dave Castle battle back and forth. Corey Ryman picks up his second feature win in 2005. Dave Castle finishes second. 19, Jerry Ryman was third. The 16 of J.R. Ryman finishes fourth. Number 5, Merle Yoder from Middlebury was the 5th place finisher in tonight's Daytona Mini Stock A feature. And then from 6th on back, it was the 13 of Squidward Michael Landry finishing 6th. 21, Keith Gunkel came across the stripe 7th in front of the 60 of Stan Hudson. The number 1 of Craig Castle out of Bremen finished 9th. And then the 83 being driven tonight by Jameson Korn rounds out the top 10 in our Daytona Mini Stock feature. The 20-lapper here tonight in our Chris Bryant Memorial 4th of July weekend here at the New Paris Speedway. We'll get Corey Ryman, your winner, up here in the winner's circle here in just a few minutes and talk to him right out. Here's your lineup for tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. On the pole from South Bend, Indiana, he drives that number 53, sponsored by Pet Refuge. That is Lou Strimmy. He'll start up on the pole. To his right in row 1 is the D&M Property sponsored number 7 of Keith Hankins out of Elkhart. Second row inside, driving the D&M Racing number 101 from South Bend, that's Ed Paul. To his right in row 2 from Bristol, Indiana, driving car number 85, that will be Kevin Kosher. He'll line up on the outside of the second row. Third row inside, driving car number 39 out of Elkhart. He drives that Whitman's Guaranteed Wheels number 39. That is Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. On the outside of row number 3,
Lined up out there in that Country Auto Center sponsored number 95 from Plymouth, that's Steve Stacy. In row 4, in the My Place Bar and Grill, sponsored number 2 from South Bend is Rusty Kettig. To his right, in the Lyles Family Racing Team, sponsored number 94 from LaPorte is Frankie Lyle Jr. Fifth row inside from Elkhart, driving car number 89, that Whitman Auto Sales number 89 is Kenny Whitman. To his right, in row number 5, is the number 14 of Brandon Maynard. He's sponsored by Jan's Place there in Elkhart. Back there on back in the pack, we've got the 58 of Ron Maynard Jr. He is also sponsored by Skid Marks. He's out of Union, Michigan. Then we've got the 87 of Ty Hayes. 87 Ty Hayes drives the Jan's Place sponsored number 87 out of Elkhart. To his right will be the Dave's Landscape and Maintenance number 4 from Goshen of Todd Hall. Also back there lining up on the inside of row number 8 is the number 9 from Goshen, the number 9 of Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. To his right is the 12 of Herb Sterrett. The Chief from Niles, Michigan is here. And at the very back of the pack, tailing back there, John Long, car number 32, he elected to go to the tail. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cars getting ready to go 40 laps in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. And as they come out of turn 4, everybody, let's give our late model drivers a big send-off. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 16 cars going 40 laps in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature here at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the new Paris Speedway. Our pole setter is the 53 of Lou Stremme. Number 7, Keith Hankins, lines up on the front row. And it looks like Korean Honkin' Harvey Taylor, number 21X, not making the call. So he's not going to make it. We were going to have a 17-car starting field with the provisional being the 4 of Todd Hall, but Honkin' Harvey not making the start. We got 16 cars going 40 laps as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Caleb Woods will be looking them over this time. He gives them the green flags. We're off and racing 40 laps in our Hoosier Tire late model feature. And as they head out of turn 2, 53 Lou Stremme on the inside of Keith Hankins in car number 7. The D&M Properties number 7 of Keith Hankins trying to work the outside groove to make his move to take complete lap number 1. Number 7, Keith Hankins on the outside, takes the lead away from Lou Stremme in that Pet Refuge number 53 machine. 101 Ed Paul down on the low side, running there in third as we complete lap number 2 this time by. 85 Kevin Kosher works the outside groove out of Bristol. Kevin Kosher drives that number 85 out there on the high side. That's where he likes his groove as they try to make the move on the outside as they complete lap number 3. It is still Keith Hankins, D&M Properties number 7 still out front. 53 Lou Stremme's running in second. 101 of Ed Paul's in third. 85 Kevin Kosher's moving up side by side as the Ed Paul number 101 car going to challenge for third as we complete lap number 4 this time by. And wait a minute, we got a caution in turn 4. It looks like the 87 of Ty Hayes is around over there. And I think 32 John Long also was able to move on. He was able to move under his own power, but the 87 Ty Hayes was setting in the wrong direction. And that brings out the first caution flag in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. And in the top 4 spots here in the Hoosier Tire late models, Steve Stacy, Ron Maynard Jr., Keith Hankins, and Todd Hall. Todd Hall only 90 points off the pace. So the points races are coming right down. The points races are tight, and probably before the end of the season, it'll probably be like we have in the past, where the last night of racing will tell who our late model track champion, street stock track champion, and mini stock track champions will be in all 3 classes. Okay, we got them lined back up as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap. 4 down, 36 to go. The D&M Properties number 7 of Keith Hankins has to set the pace, and he's coming kind of slow out of turn 3. 53 Lou Stremme was right behind him as they go back to green flag racing with 36 to go. Little bumper tag there on that restart, but everybody maintains a single file formation restart in their proper positions. The D&M Properties number 7 of Keith Hankins brings them around to lap 5, but there goes 89 Kenny Whitman going around over there in turn 4 is the 32 of John Long as Kenny Whitman spins out, and that's going to bring out another caution. That is our second yellow flag coming out in 5 laps here in our late model racing action so far, this time for the 89 of Kenny Whitman. Here is the number 7 of Keith Hankins. 53 Lou Strimmy lines up second. Behind him is the 101 of Ed Paul, and the 85 of Kevin Kosher. The 39 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman out of Elkhart. Running there in 6th is the 95 of Steve Stacy out of Plymouth. He is our points leader. Then the 2 of Rusty Keddick, the 94 Frankie Lyle Jr., 14 Brandon Maynard, 58 Ron Maynard Jr., 87 Ty Hayes, Todd Hall, Rodney Spencer, Herb Sterrett, John Long, and 89 Kenny Whitman. As we go back to green flag racing, single file formation as they head down the Billboard backstretch again here at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the new Paris Speedway. They've got 6 laps complete. Everybody single file, trying to get a few more laps under the belt. Keith Hankins and the D&M Properties, number 7, third in the points here at the new Paris Speedway, and that number 7 car is trying to stretch his lead away from the 53 of Lou Strimmy. He's got about a car length lead as they head out of turn 2 and down the Billboard backstretch, working on lap number 8. 85 Kevin Kosher trying to move back up for front and get around the 101 of Ed Paul as they complete lap number 8. 95 Steve Stacy's moved to 5th now as he gets around the 39 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. And Steve Stacy tried to work his way to the top 4 spots as he works now on the inside, coming out of turn 4 around the 85 of Kevin Kosher. He'll get back in line through turns 1 and 2. 95 Steve Stacy on the low side now down the backstretch of the 85 of Kevin Kosher. That's the battle right there for 4th as the front 3 stay single file on lap number 10. 10 down and 30 to go. And Steve Stacy's moved to 4th as he got around the 85 of Kevin Kosher. The 95 of Steve Stacy is on a roll as we complete lap 11 this time by. 101 Ed Paul is the next person in front of him. He's just trying to make a pass on the outside groove going down the Billboard backstretch. 95 Steve Stacy looking on the outside of the 101 of Ed Paul this time. They've got 12 down, a whole bunch more to go in tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. Steve Stacy trying to catch the 7 of Keith Hankins, who's currently in 3rd. Steve Stacy, your new points leader just this week, would love to move up there and take that lead. He's only got 1 E-feature win under his belt this year, which was last Saturday night. Oh, we got action in turn 2. Yellow flag coming out for the number 2 of Rusty Keddick, who loops it around over there in turn 2. That brings out our 3rd caution flag. We've got number 89, Kenny Whitman, and it looks like something broke on the 89 Whitman Auto Sales sponsored number 89 of Kenny Whitman, as we've got moisture on the track in turn 2. 89 went into the wall. So the yellow coming out to the 89 of Kenny Whitman. So we got a little cleanup to do over in turn 2, and so while we got a break in the action here at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the new Paris Speedway, we're going to take a brief pit stop on your home for Saturday night racing on Hoosier 103.5 FM. As Caleb Woods puts them on their final green flag pace lap this time by. Number 7, Keith Hankins, the D&M Property sponsor. Number 7 out of Elkhart stays out in front. 53 Lou Strimmy. Kind of a separation there. I don't know what's going on. We're going to have to hold them back. I believe after the green flag came out, but the front 2 cars were about a quarter of a lap ahead of the 101 of Ed Paul, so a caution will come out. It's kind of a staggered restart, so we got to get them a little tighter. Keith Hankins and Lou Strimmy kind of separating themselves from the rest of the field, so we'll try to get them a little tighter this time. 13 down, 27 to go, as our starter, Caleb Woods, says, come on, guys, tighten it up and stay that way. Keith Hankins, number 7, is our leader. Number 53, Lou Strimmy, lines up second. 101, Ed Paul's third. 85, Kevin Kosher's fourth. 39, Charlie Whitman's fifth. Then you got the 85 of Kevin Kosher's back to sixth. 95, Steve Stacy's actually up to fourth. 94, Frankie Lyle restarts in seventh. The 14 of Brandon Maynard's eighth. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. there ninth. The 9 of Rodney Spencer's in 10th. Then we've got the 4 of Todd Hall running there in 11th. 32, John Long's 12th. The 12 of Herb Sterrett, the Chiefs, restarting in 13th. 87, Ty Hayes is 14th. And the 2 of Rusty Keddick at the back of the pack. Single file formation restart. They're a little tighter this time as Caleb looks him over. He gives him a green or off and races for another 27 laps. The 7 of Keith Hankins out in front. Lou Strimmy at 53 is running second. 101 Ed Paul. 95 Steve Stacy right there in fourth. Single file again as they complete lap 14. 39 Charlie Whitman got a little loose there in turn 2, but stays ahead of the 85 of Kevin Kosher as Choo Choo Charlie hangs on to 5th so far with 15 down and 35 to go. 25 to go, excuse me. 94 Frankie Lau Jr. is running there in 7th. Oh, 32 John Long. He hangs on to it. He did a little slide there in turn 2, but he falls to the back of the pack on lap 16. Good job of hanging on to the 32. I thought for sure he was going to clip the wall in turn 2 on that last lap. Keith Hankins still up front at D&M Properties number 7. He brings him to the stripe on lap 17. 53 Lou Stremme running there in second. 101 Ed Paul's in third. 95 Steve Stacy still sitting there in fourth. We're going to crank it up this time so you can hear how loud they are. The Hoosier Tire late models really make the noise as they bring it roaring out of turn 4 to complete lap number 19. It is still Keith Hankins up front in front of the 53 of Lou Stremme. 101 Ed Paul, 95 Steve Stacy. They're single file as they reach the halfway. The front 4 right together, 20 down and 20 more to go. 85 Kevin Kosher trying to work behind the 39 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. not running up to par tonight. He's still back there in 10th as they complete. Oh, there goes number 4 Todd Hall. And 58 Ron Maynard Jr. broke loose just as I was talking about him on lap 21. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. some front end damage to his machine, and number 4 Todd Hall, both guys getting together, brings out caution flag number 4 in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. So we've got we're at the halfway point. We've got 4 cautions in, 20-19 to go. Keith Hankins is our leader. 53 Lou Stremme running in second. 101 Ed Paul. 95 Steve Stacy. Charlie Whitman in 5th. 85 Kevin Kosher lines up 6th. 94 Frankie Lyle is 7th. Brandon Maynard. Rodney Spencer. 87 Ty Hayes, that's the front 10. Then you got Rusty Kettig, Herb Sterrett, John Long in the 32, Ron Maynard Jr. and Todd Hall restarting at the tail. 15 cars still on the track, 21 down, 19 to go. As the 7 of Keith Hankins brings him up to speed out of turn 4. Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives him the green light. They're off and racing another 19 laps. The D&M Properties number 7 of Keith Hankins out in front. 39 Choo Choo Charlie Whitman kind of slipped on that restart. 94 Frankie Lyle Jr. is looking to get down on the inside to take over that 6th place spot as Choo Choo Charlie Whitman in 39 is falling back a couple of spots. 94 Frankie Lyle up to 6th. Here comes 14 Brandon Maynard, looks to the inside. Not enough room in turn 3. The front 5 still unchanged as we complete lap 23. Keith Hankins, Lou Stremme, Ed Paul, Steve Stacy, and Kevin Kosher. That's your front 5. 94 Frankie Lyle Jr. single file again as they complete lap 24. 24 down and 16 to go. If they're going to make a move, they need to do it now as we close in on lap 25. They'll have 25 down and 15 to go this time by. Ron Maynard Jr., number 58, having some mechanical problems. Now getting put a lap down by our leaders as Ron Maynard Jr. is limping around on the inside of our racing surface down the billboard backstretch as he goes a lap down to our leaders. And your leader is Keith Hankins, car number 7. 53 Lou Stremme running there in second. Keith Hankins out of the top 4 is the only driver that has yet to win a feature. He's staying out in front with 27 down and 13 to go. Lou Stremme running in second. 101 Ed Paul there in third. 95 Steve Stacy's in fourth as a 58 Ron Maynard Jr. gets the black flag and is being asked to leave the racing surface in front of our leaders. And now Ron Maynard pulls to the infield as our leaders head down the billboard backstretch on lap 29. We'll have 29 down and 11 to go this time for Keith Hankins in car number 7. 53 Lou Stremme running second. 101 Ed Paul. 95 Steve Stacy still holding tough there in fourth, unable to make a move up. 10 laps to go this time by. They got 30 down and 10 more to go. The front front six, kind of separating themselves from the second half of the pack. 39 Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman there in 7th. Brandon Maynard's running there in 8th. Rodney Spencer's 9th. 87 Ty Hayes is 10th. Then you've got the 2 of Rusty Getty, 12 of Herb Sterrett, the 32 of John Long, and the 4 of Todd Hall at the very end of the pack. 32 down, 8 more to go for Keith Hankins in car number 7. The D&M Properties, number 7 of Keith Hankins. Wanting to win his first feature in 2005 if he can hang on for another 7 laps. They got 33 down and 7 to go. The front 6, single file once again through the billboard backstretch. Nobody getting any kind of an advantage as Keith Hankins stays out in front. Number 7, Keith Hankins, qualified in today to start up front on the outside of the front row, and Keith Hankins and Lou Strimmy's been running 1 and 2 from the front row forward. As Keith Hankins was the 15th fastest qualifier today, Lou Strimmy the 16th. As they complete lap 36, they got 4 more to go this side. The Hoosier Tire late models, quite a few of them qualified all within the mid to low 13s this afternoon here to New Paris Speedway. We've got 3 laps left in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model 40-lap feature. Keith Hankins staying out in front of Lou Strimmy in 53. Ed Paul's running a great race there in 3rd as 95 Steve Stacy looks to move up there with 2 laps to go. Steve Stacy now, number 95, looks on the outside, unable to get around the 101. The D&N Racing, number 101 of Ed Paul, trying to hold on to a 3rd place finish as the white flag will fly. 1 more lap to go for number 7, Keith Hankins. 53 Lou Strimmy running 2nd. 101 Ed Paul trying to hold up the 95 of Steve Stacy. Looks like he might do it if he can go through the next 2 turns as the checkered flag flies for number 7, Keith Hankins. Number 7, Keith Hankins picks up his first feature win in our Hoosier Tire late models for 2005. 53 Lou Strimmy will finish 2nd. 101 Ed Paul there in 3rd. 95 Steve Stacy comes across the stripe 4th. And 94, Frankie Lau Jr. climbed up to a 5th place finish in tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. And as he pulls up here to get the checkered flag for the first time in 2005 in our Hoosier Tire late models, put your hands together for the D&M Properties sponsored number 7 out of Elkhart. That's Keith Hankins. Keith Hankins picks up the Chris Bryant Memorial Trophy and his first feature win in 2005 in our Hoosier Tire late models. And then 53 Lou Strimmy came across 2nd in front of the 101 of Ed Paul out of South Bend. 95 Steve Stacy, our points leader, finished 4th. 94 Frankie Lau Jr. out of LaPorte was 5th. 85 Kevin Kosher from Bristol crossed the stripe 6th in front of the 39 of Charlie Whitman. The 14 of Brandon Maynard was 8th. Rodney Spencer there 9th, and John Long climbed up to a 10th place finish. That's the way they finish in the top 10 in tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. Well, we're going to take this brief timeout on your home for Saturday night racing and get number 7, Keith Hankins, up here and talk to him for the first time in 2005, right after we pay a few bills on Hoosier 103.5 FM.
Look.
Lap event. On the pole, back out here at the New Paris Speedway. He hasn't been here in a couple of weeks, but he'll start on the pole from Syracuse in the Hammers Pub and Grub and Frog Tavern, sponsored number 40. That's Rob Smith. On the outside of the front row, driving car number 17, catching a ride in the Schisler Trucking, sponsored number 17. That's Jason Slaybaugh from Syracuse. Second row inside, car number 68, the Jed Enterprise, sponsored number 68 of Mark Vance Jr. out of Elkhart. On the outside of row number 2, in the CNC Race Car and Fabrication, sponsored number 50 from Claypool, is Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Third row inside, the number 28 from Bremen is Matt Burkholder. To his right door in the number 88 Mean Green Machine, the Torco Racing Fuel sponsor, number 88 of Doug Hanna from Goshen. Fourth row inside, driving car number 78 from Cromwell is Don Click. On the outside of row 4, he drives that D&T RV Special. The number 10 from Millersburg is Hollywood Eric Kaiser. Fifth row inside, in the Shepherd Racing, number 5 from Warsaw is the Shep Dog Jason Shepherd. On the outside of row 5, in the other number 88 Mean Green Machine, E2 sponsored by Torco Racing Fuels, the 88 of the Toad, Charlie Hanna. Sixth row inside, driving car number 90 tonight is Bear Kelly out of Elkhart. To his right in row 6, in the Two Dudes Garage, number 125 from Claypool is Frosty Scott Frost. In row 7, in the Miller Boys Racing, number 121 is Mark Miller out of Elkhart. To his right, in the Riverbend Hose Specialty sponsored number 15 from Goshen is Don Hunley. In row number 8, our points leader, the Drive Smart number 99 of Mark Blessing out of Napanee. To his right, in the Schisler Trucking sponsored number 17 from Syracuse is Bob Schisler Jr. And in row number 9, in the Masters and Associate Realtor sponsored number 40 from Plymouth is Tricky Dicky Sedal. To his right, in the Lake City Honda sponsored number 12 Kevin Gunkel. And our fast qualifier, of course, is the Goshen Collision Center Special number 1 of Al Maurer. We've got 19 cars getting ready to go 30 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. And as they come out of turn 4, everybody give your Street Stock feature drivers a big send-off. You got to flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies, and say, good luck, guys and gals, and good racing. 19 cars going to go 30 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Caleb Woods will put them on their final pace lap this next time by. 19 cars as we get set to go 30 laps in this Chris Bryant Memorial Night of Racing here at the New Paris Speedway. So far this year, Mark Blessing has won a feature, so has Don Hunley. Al Mauer's won a couple. Bob Schisler Jr.'s won one. Darrell Click, Billy Rumball, Charlie Hanna, and Charlie Cotton. Let's see if we crown somebody new tonight as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Caleb Woods turns them loose to go 30 laps in our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Rob Smith, car number 40 out of Syracuse, and the 17 on the outside, that's Jason Slaybaugh in the Schisler Trucking sponsored number 17. Jason Slaybaugh catching a ride thanks to the Schisler Racing team. 68 Mark Vance Jr. getting on the inside, moves to second on turn 2 as they work on lap number 2. Here comes Hurricane Charlie Cotton, number 50, looking to move down on the low side. Jason Slaybaugh on the outside groove, losing ground as we complete lap number 2 this time by. 28 Matt Burkholder out of Bremen now on the inside of Jason Slaybaugh for the 4th place spot. And there's that Mean Green Machine, number 88 of Doug Hanna, lurking there in the shadows. He's moving up to 5th as he gets on the inside of Jason Slaybaugh as they complete lap 3 this time around. Action up front, it's still single file, but here comes Hurricane Charlie Cotton, number 50, looking to the outside of the 28 of Matt Burkholder, who's there in second. Charlie Cotton trying to work up a spot as they complete lap 4 this time by and into turns 1 and 2. Our leader is the 40 of Rob Smith out of Syracuse in that pub, that Hammers Pub and Grub and Frog Tavern sponsored number 40. And look out in turn 4, we got action in the middle of the pack. The Toad, Charlie Hanna, car number 88, kind of slid around in front of everybody, and everybody was able to avoid him. But I think 88 Charlie Hanna smoking heavily, and he kind of, I believe he might have spun in his own mess, so to speak, over there at turn 4. So 80. Well, race fans, you heard what the late model sounded like. Let's listen to them as we crank it up for our Michiana Tire Street Stocks as they go back to Green Flag Racing. And the sounds at the New Paris Speedway on a Saturday night. Up front is the 40 of Rob Smith, our pole setter. 68 Mark Vance Jr. out of Elkhart running in second. The 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton there in third. 88 Mean Green Machine of Doug Hanna has worked his way to fourth. 28 Matt Burkholder's back to fifth. 78 Don Click there in sixth. And look out, here comes the number 90 of Bear Kelly. He's moving up on the inside for that seventh place spot, but a black flag coming out. Black flag coming out. I believe it's for the 17 of Jason Shepard, as he's got some smoke coming out of the back of that machine. And he didn't see it that last time, and this time around they'll have 7 laps in. As the Mean Green Machine of Doug Hanna works the outside of Hurricane Charlie Cotton up there for third. Look, there's a pass on the inside. 68 Mark Vance Jr. getting around number 40 Rob Smith. Smith got off the accelerator. Mark Vance Jr. made the pass as they complete lap number 8. Caution flag will come out. Number 1, Al Maurer, headed for the pits. Caution flag comes out, as I think the black flag was misinterpreted by one of the drivers, but then all kinds of stuff going on over there. So thinking the black flag was him, but he never came back out. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing next time by. 7 down, 23 to go. Your leader is the 40 of Rob Smith. We'll be going back to racing as Caleb Woods gives him the green. We're back to racing. Tough break for Al Maurer. Went into the pit area, never came back out. He'll be setting the rest of this one out. Number 40, Rob Smith up front, but look, here comes the Mean Green Machine, number 88 of Doug Hanna, working on the outside of the 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Doug Hanna is moving up on the outside groove. He goes to third, and he's looking on the outside of the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. for that number 2 spot in turn 3. 88, Doug Hanna, trying to work up to the front as we complete lap 9. Now he's running in second as he works the outside groove in turn 1 and 2, but he's falling back as he got a little wide there. He falls back 2 spots. And now he's got to get back on the accelerator and back in the right groove, so to speak. 88 Doug Hanna tried to work the outside again of the number 68 of Mark Vance for second with 10 down and 20 to go. Your leader is the 40 of Rob Smith. He started on the pole. 68 Mark Vance Jr. right there started on the inside of the second row. He's running second. The 50 of Charlie Cotton is in fourth officially as 88 Doug Hanna keeps working the outside groove and stays there in third. Then back in fifth is the 28 of Matt Burkholder, but working the outside door there is the number 90 of Bear Kelly as he works on the outside, trying to move up to fifth as they complete lap 11. Or, no, that was 12. 12 down. 18 to go in this 30 lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Now Doug Hanna, the Mean Green Machine, back on the rail as he works the outside of the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. and Doug Hanna's up to second, looking for the lead in turn 1 and 2. He's working the outside of the number 40 of Rob Smith. As long as he can keep a tight line, Rob Smith slows up, tried to hold him off. Doug Hanna's on the outside. The lead still for the number 40. Actually, the lead on lap 14 goes to the Mean Green Machine, number 88 of Doug Hanna. Hanna now drives out in front of Rob Smith in turn 3. The Mean Green Machine falls back on the outside. Rob Smith back on the inside. Doug Hanna leads him to the stripe on lap 15 at the halfway point. It's 15 down and 15 to go. The Mean Green Machine works the outside groove. Rob Smith trying to hold him off. Doug Hanna maintains his position. And the Mean Green Machine will lead him around again for lap number 16. They got 14 more to go as Hanna's in front. Rob Smith follows right behind him, nose to tail out of turn 2. Number 90, Bear Kelly's working on the outside. First time here for 2005 in car number 90, Bear Kelly driving the Rick Miller sponsored machine. Works the outside groove. He goes to second in turn 1. Working on lap number 18, Bear Kelly on the outside of 40, Rob Smith. Rob Smith falling back. 68 Mark Vance Jr. running there in fourth. 78 Don Clicks in fifth as we complete lap 18 this time by. Number 5, Jason Shepard right there in 6. Oh, there goes Mark Vance Jr. sliding off the track in front of everybody. Everybody was able to get around him. They slowed up from about halfway back, but we're still under green flag racing, but I think the caution's going to come out because we got action in turn 4. It all started when 68 Mark Vance Jr. went around coming out of turn 2, and then everybody behind him got into a little brake bump in action. And we've got the 28 of Matt Burkholder, the 12 of Kevin Gunkel, and the 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. doing a little bumper tag there and spinning around in turn 4 as they bring out our third caution flag in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. So we've got 18 down, 12 to go in our final feature event on the evening, Michiana Tire Street Stock A feature. Your leader is the Mean Green Machine, number 88 of Doug Hanna. Right behind him is the number 40 of Rob Smith. He'll restart there in second in front of the 90 of Bear Kelly. 78 Don Click there in fourth. 5 is Jason Shepard. Number 10, Eric Kaiser's worked his way to sixth now. 121, Mark Miller is running in seventh. Tricky Dicky to the Sedal there in eighth. 125, Scott Frost. 99, Mark Blessing, our points leader, restarts 10th. 15, Don Hunley. 12, Kevin Gunkel. And the rest of the pack, even Al Mauer's back out here. He's a few laps down as he starts at the tail with 18 down and 12 to go. Back up front, number 90, Bear Kelly's looking to make a pass around the 40 of Rob Smith. He's going to battle for that second place spot as they complete lap 2 this time by. Bear Kelly and car number 90 trying to drive that Rick Miller number 90 car up to the front. 88, Mean Green Machine of Doug Hanna stays out in front. They're going to have 20 down and 10 to go this time by. Your leader is the 88 of Doug Hanna out in front of the number 90 of Bear Kelly, driving for Rick Miller Racing this weekend. Number 90, Bear Kelly from Elkhart, out here for the very first time. He's looking for the lead as they come out of turn 4. He wasn't able to get on the inside. Doug Hanna stays out in front in the Mean Green Machine. Now Bear Kelly looks to the inside again, coming out of turn 2. As they work on lap 22, they're going to have 8 laps to go this next time by when they cross the stripe. And Bear Kelly looking on the inside. He overdrives it and spins himself out. Bear Kelly got onto the inside, tried too hard and brought the rear end around. Then he's setting off the main straightaway into the infield. Now three-way battle for second as Jason Shepard looks to the inside of Rob Smith, and Jason Shepard in car number 5 goes to second. 78 Don Clicks running in third. The number 10 of Eric Kaiser's in fourth, and now we got action in turns 1 and 2 with the caution flag coming out. We've got 15 Don Hunley. His rear end is back up underneath him as the number 1 of Al Mauer was unable to stop fast enough and got underneath the 15 of Don Hunley as they stacked him up 4 deep in turn 1. As they were all working for positions in the top 5. So another caution flag coming out. This is our 5th yellow flag on the evening in our Michiana Tire Street Stocks. And this one is quite interesting as the 15 Riverbend Hose Specialties, number 15 of Don Hunley, sets on top of the hood of the number 1 of Al Mauer. The Goshen Collision Center Special Al Mauer, unable to stop, got right underneath of him and lifted him up. But all drivers seem to be A-OK. Put your hands together for all the drivers are A-OK, race fans. That's the main thing. The metal can be repaired, but the driver's safety is most important here at the new Paris Speedway. So we've got some more cleanup to do down at turn 1 with about 7 laps left in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. So we're going to take another time out on your home for Saturday night racing from the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the New Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. All right, we got 7 laps to go to wrap up tonight's 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. As Caleb Woods puts them on her final pace lap next time by, we're about to go back to green. Our new leader is the 78 of Don Click. He'll be bringing him out of turn 4 as he brings him up to speed. Number 10, Eric Kaiser, chomping on his back bumper as they go back to green flag racing. Hollywood Eric Kaiser looking to make the pass. Looks to the inside, coming out of turn 2. Not enough room. Now he goes down on the inside. Not enough room in turn 3. They trade a little paint there, but number 78, Don Click, will be leading them around for lap 24. They got 6 more to go. Hollywood Eric Kaiser, car number 10, would love to get his first feature win on the season. Number 40, Tricky Dicky Sedal, making the pass on the 40 of Rob Smith for third. This time around, they got 25 down and 5 to go. Number 10, Eric Kaiser, right there, knocking on the rear door of the 78 of Donnie Click as they head down the Billboard backstretch. Don Click, car number 78, trying to hang on. Oh, look out in turn 3, number 40, Tricky Dicky Sedal. Something went loose. It overheated, and around he went into turn 3. The caution flag coming out for the number 40, Tricky Dicky Sedal. Like I said, he overheated a little bit down here and now it went up in smoke as he brings out caution flag number 6 on the evening in our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature with 25 down and 5 to go. Number 40, Tricky Dicky Sadal out of Plymouth. Tough break for him as he goes sliding into turn 3 with something came off the number 40. It went up in smoke, and we're under caution again for the 6th time in this 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. They worked the oil dry down the back stretch. Everybody says it's okay, so next time by, I do believe that our starter, Caleb Woods, will put them on their final pace lap with 5 laps to go. '99 Mark Blessing, our points leader there in 5th. He would love to get his second feature win in 2005, but so would number 10, Hollywood Eric Kaiser. He'd love to get his first one, but right now 78 Donnie Click's got something to say about it as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Caleb Woods is going to look him over. He gives him the green. We're back to racing for 5 more laps, or until we get another caution flag, whichever comes first. You never know in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock. Right now, back up front, it is the number 78 of Donnie Click, and holding on to that lead as they complete lap 26. Things are heating up behind them, though. Number 99, Mark Blessing's working on the outside of number 40, Rob Smith for 3rd. Mark Blessing, our points leaders, up to 3rd, and here comes the 125 of Scott Frost right behind him, running in 4th. As they work around the outside of the 40 of Rob Smith, he's back to 5th as they complete lap 27. Back up front, it's number 10, Eric Kaiser, knocking on the door, trying to get around the 78 of Don Click. 99 Mark Blessings tightening things up now. He's running 3rd, single file. Time's running out. They got 28 down and 2 to go this time by. 125 Scott Frost there in 4th. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel, working the outside of Rob Smith's number 40 for 5th. White flag will fly this time. They got one more to go. 78, Donnie Click trying to hang on to his first feature win in 2005. Number 10, Eric Kaiser, trying to make a final lap pass. Unable to do it so far. Half a lap to go as they work through turns 3 and 4. Number 78, Donnie Click, will be hanging on for his first feature win in 2005 as the checker flags fly for 78, Don Click. 78, 10, and 99. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. 99 Mark Blessing worked his way from the back of the pack to finish in 3rd. Hollywood Eric Kaiser came up a little short, finishes in 2nd. And winning his first feature in 2005 as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the 78 of Donnie Click. 78 Don Click is our feature winner in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. It's his first Street Stock feature win this year. We'll get him up here in the winner's circle and talk to him here in a couple of minutes. Number 10, Hollywood Eric Kaiser, crossed the stripe 2nd. 99, Mark Blessing there was 3rd. 125, Scott Frost came across in 4th. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel, crossed the line in 5th. And as soon as we can find out who was 6th on through, I'll give you that information as well as we celebrate the Chris Bryant Memorial Racing Program here at the new Paris Speedway. The top 10 finishers, finishing 6th then was, of course, the number 40 of Rob Smith. 88, Doug Hanna finished 7th. The 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. was 8th. Number 90, Bear Kelly came across 9th, and Jason Shepard rounding out the top 10 in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Number 78, Donnie Click, our winner in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. We'll get him up here in the winner's circle and talk to him in just a few minutes right after the